Sanders, chains on and the diamonds dancing. Game on, so it's time to go. When the rain starts, I'ma let you know. Name a squad that is better though than my home team. We a pot of gold. I'm a dog. I'ma need a bone for my whole team. I'ma let it go like yeah, and it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like yeah, whole squad like what? And it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like what? Whole squad like yeah, and it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like yeah, whole squad like yeah, and it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah.
Okay, Coach, ponchos and slickers, usually a necessity buy whenever you make your way to Hard Rock Stadium this time of year. The excitement brewing here in South Florida as a moment ago the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Set to go now on a rainy Florida afternoon. And we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium.
Let's go. Let's do this. Here we go. 180. Check. Watch 54. 12.
They go to the former Saint, Mark Ingram. Ingram's got the first down and more. And gets it across the 50 and down. To the 48.
He's across midfield to the 48-yard line. A gain of 27.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 48-yard line. Here's Ingram. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. Baltimore was the most run-heavy team in the league last year after Lamar Jackson took over as a starter. And you think about Mark Ingram, he goes from a situation where he was sharing time with Kamara in New Orleans. Now he figures to be the top guy in the Baltimore backfield, although I guess you could say he's kind of splitting time with his quarterback, Lamar Jackson. But a great veteran presence, Mark Ingram is behind Jackson. Ingram now in his 9th NFL season. A lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. From the 29, Garoppolo, and nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down.
Here we go.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Throwing now is Garoppolo, and that will be incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll run for it. It's Ingram. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. There's Garoppolo to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. It's a give to the right. Ingram. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. It's caught, and there's the first NFL catch for Marquise Brown. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood, Marquise Brown. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be taken short. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Fitzpatrick on 1st down. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Now the pass hauled in by Kenny Stills. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a 1st down.
Check back.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Safety creek. 52 and 56. Wait.
1st down, Fitzpatrick. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
This is Kenyon Drake, the 4th-year man from Alabama. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Now, these two teams have met a total of 15 times starting back in 1997. Of course, remember, Baltimore was moved from Cleveland by owner Art Modell back in 1996, so they didn't have a team prior to that, but they met in 97, 15 times since then. The most recent, and he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Shane Ray coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
A 56-yard attempt.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this, you have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's what you're looking for.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. 6-0 our score after 1. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Play action. Garoppolo. He'll buy some time, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Charles Harris. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. This is Ingram. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
After the penalty, it's Ingram. And able to work his way down to the 16. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
From the 16, Garoppolo. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Here we go, here we go. Ready? 55, I'm on. Watch this.
They'll run here with Ingram. And he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run as the Ravens push further out in front. And on his way to the end zone, shedding the tackle, he would not be denied.
That's what's called finishing the run. Making sure you power your way through. One-on-one tackle. No running back wants to go to the bench and say, I got stopped just short.
Here we go.
John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion.
Watch the run, watch the run. Dick. Hey, Delta. Right there, 54 Mike.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And they're going to get it. That one's caught. And now the lead moves to 16-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. Second down, looking to throw. Fitzpatrick. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. 12 yards there and a first down.
Regular. 34. Watch the twins.
A first down throw for Fitzpatrick. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. That's going to be caught. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker, 56 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This fielded at the 2. And now the rookie's free. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Marquise Brown, his first NFL reception, goes for 6. As the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker now to add the point after. And he atones for his miss the first time around, as this one is up and good to extend their lead. So let's try this again after the kick return team their kickoff. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Hey, 5-0, 5-0, 5-0, 61, matchbox lights.
On 2nd and 9, Fitzpatrick. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. D Ford. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. So now after the sack, 3rd and long, and Fitzpatrick and company a little work to do. 3rd and long for Ryan Fitzpatrick. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now Brown. 1:54 left on the clock here in quarter number 2. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. On 1st down, Garoppolo. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That's good for a Raven 1st down, 15 yards there. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
11. Hey, 7.
On play action, it's Garoppolo. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Brown. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Jimmy Garoppolo with his 2nd touchdown pass of this first half as the Ravens push further out in front. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon, so that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Here we go, here we go. Wait,
Set the tone, defense, let's go.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Connects it to Roberts, right side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. Garoppolo hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. His throw caught at about the 5. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. And again, it's Ingram. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram, as the first half is winding down, as the Ravens push further out in front.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Tucker with the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Shane Ray picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
He's brought down back at the 16-yard line.
So we are at halftime. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
Let's see if that script is a good one for them. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Wilson now in his second season in Miami. First 4 years were in Kansas City. He's always been a solid complementary receiver, but Miami really hoping he can take the next step in his development, be more of a go-to guy now at 27 years of age. So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker.
Check twist on travel.
Switch.
Kill.
Now Fitzpatrick going deep here for Parker. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Buying time to his left. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, check 24. Feel it. PPP.
Fitzpatrick again. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. He was looking for Parker that time. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10. They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. Devon Godchaux up to make the tackle.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Here we go.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Shift. One, Omaha.
Now Garoppolo. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now.
It's 3rd down and 7 yards to go.
Here we go.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Gun.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And he comes back with one complete. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 44 yards.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
Here we go.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. On play action, now Garoppolo. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fitzpatrick. And his throw here's incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Kenny Stills. And it's 3rd down.
Well, man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Fitzpatrick. Now Fitzpatrick hit. It's out. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
Well, that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, pounced right back on it, keeps possession. Here's Matt Hawk now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
Let's go. Let's do it.
1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
That one, a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
1st down, Baltimore.
Here we go.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Watch 54. Hey, watch the ball. Watch the ball.
Garoppolo looks to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. It's a gain of 7, and it's a 2nd down. Well, he's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 18. He's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now.
Alert!
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. That is caught at the 7. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
From the 2 now, 2nd and he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Mark Ingram with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns as his guys continue to pour it on.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. Now that should give his guys a spark. He's up all the way to the 44-yard line.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. But they look looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now on first down, Drake again. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. The former first-round pick, Shane Ray, in on the tackle. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Fitzpatrick to throw it. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jason Verrett. Stills the intended target.
Here we go. Back 80. 21. Here we go.
Garoppolo on first down. On the move to his left. Man open left side is Brown. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers.
Here we go. 80. 54. Line 54. 12, fellas. Here we go.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Garoppolo. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Muhammad Wilkerson sacks him that time, coming in off the edge. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bobby McCain. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On first down, Drake. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Any day. Check three.
And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball,
Get a completion.
you get a catch,
Yeah.
but still.
And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And he's able to bring it out 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. Parker, the intended target. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. They were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. He was trying to get it to Seth Roberts. That'll bring up 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Hey, come on.
Throw left side complete. That's Brown.